Pause. No, you don't have to actually hit pause. Just pause.
Okay. So another.
Yeah.
In my old Kentucky home, good night. Weep no more, my lady. Oh, weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home far away.
Hey y'all, welcome to Stiver's Homestead. It's been an interesting day trying to get set up for this video. Hear that?
So we either do it inside, where the kids will be curious and won't let us do it, or we sit outside where the wind is noisy, or we go in the greenhouse and roast it.
So, you get to be out here with the wind, and they're destroying an entire bridge on the road, so you're gonna hear, you might hear that as well. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
When we edit, we'll decide if we need to do this again or not.
So, I'm Jen.
I'm Zach.
And we have two kids, Wyatt and Raylan. They're inside working on their schoolwork. And we just wanted to do a quick video and answer some questions that we have gotten. Some of them have been asked quite a bit, and others have been asked a few times. So we just kind of wanted to answer some things that we try to always answer on our lives, but it's hard because some people don't hear, and then you know,
we miss them,
and stuff like that. So we don't always get to address the questions. So one of the questions that we have been asked a lot is, why and how are we homesteaders?
So we, this was more Jen than myself at the beginning. I was raised on a farm kind of thing with my great-grandfather. However, my family didn't really pursue the farming aspect or anything, but we always lived in the country. So I really had just kind of gotten out of it. It just wasn't part of the family until I met Jen. So Jen is the one that kind of pushed me over the ledge to take this leap and really get back into it, and that's the reason that my portion of it's in the homesteading.
Yeah, I kind of grew up as a homesteader when I was really young, and then as we got older, we got out of it when we moved to Kentucky, but we always had a garden, always did stuff like that. But as I got older and older, it was my dream to raise my kids the way that I was raised when I was younger. So I've always wanted to grow our own food, and I've always wanted to be off-grid and be our own people and do our own thing. I've always felt a really big disconnect from myself and other people. I just feel like there's a huge gap. We don't have the same interests, and I've never been interested in, you know, fashion or, you know, pop music and pop culture. That's never been something that I wanted to do. I've always been the person that wanted to learn as much as I can about being outdoors and gardening and being more of the off-grid type people. So once I got him on board and figured out that we could do that, we started really small scale, and then over the years it just got bigger and bigger, and we grew and grew, and now it feels like we are living our dream. We grow our own food and we raise animals. Our kids are being raised in a healthy lifestyle, in my opinion. I think it's the way that all children should be raised. I understand it's not for everybody, but also at the same time I think that it is. They just don't know it yet.
Right, right.
So it's just, it feels right for us. It feels like the path that we're supposed to take, and I enjoy our family aspect in this way, and I like being different. It used to bother me a little bit because I didn't have any friends, but now it just feels right.
Well, we found you all.
Yeah.
So that always helps.
Yeah.
Number 2, do I work? So besides working here all the time and not stopping working, I do have a job. So I actually work in the technology business. I work on a website and an app. Well, I manage the team that does so. And I'm lucky enough to be able to work from home, usually 2 to 3 times a week. So I go into the office some, but definitely not as much as everyone else. So that's a major benefit with my job. I am able to be here. So in between meetings or when I take a little break, I can knock out a couple chores like feeding and watering and different stuff like that to just try to help out. So it's not all on Jen and the kids, but I do have a job.
And it's funny because his job when he does go to the office is 100% different than what we do here. And a lot of people don't even know that. So when they look at him, he looks like a businessman, all dressed up, and when y'all see him, he's in cutoffs and barefoot.
Yeah, so when I tell you all what I do for a living, it's kind of like, really? I didn't catch that. And then when I tell them what I do at home, they're like, I would have never guessed that either. So,
Yeah.
Just a big bunch of mystery when people see me.
So that is a way that supports us. We don't 100% live off of income on the homestead. His job is a big factor in helping us thrive.
Oh, and another question too, is it our goal for me to be able to quit? I wouldn't say quit, but early retire maybe. I would like to, I have a very good job. I've worked very hard to get where I'm at. So I'm not looking to get this place to where we're just out. This is, you know, kind of Jen's income and job, and this place, our home, is both of our just dream. It's, I think if we put too much pressure on it to where it's the only way that we're living and the only profit we're getting, I fear we wouldn't enjoy it as much and we would be stressed out a little too much. So thankfully this can be truly enjoyable, and so we can actually start building up to when maybe we can get an early retirement where we do have enough steady income that's coming from our home. That was a big one to get asked.
Yeah. All right, so another question that we get asked a lot is, do I work? I am a stay-at-home mom.
All day, every day.
All day, every day. But I do not leave the house. I do not go to a job. I've been stay-at-home mom since our son was born almost 6 years ago, and we then had our second child, and it just was the right thing for us. I'm one of those helicopter moms, I'll admit it. And
not that bad. Don't. She ain't that bad.
Well, quite frankly, I just don't trust anyone else besides myself to raise my children. And you know, I had them, and I feel like that's what my job is and my purpose is. So I raise them, and I work at the house on the homestead.
That's been her dream though, even before we were married. She knew that's what she wanted to do for a living. She wanted to raise her babies. I knew that when we started dating. So I mean, this was just one of the things that's in her heart, it's in her dream to do. And we've been blessed enough to be able to do that. Like I said, me working, it wasn't always easy. We're at a spot now to where it's definitely manageable with my income, but not at the beginning.
Yeah.
But you know, it was just in our heart that this is what we want to do. Lord was telling us that this is the right thing to do, and here we are today. You know, we made it each day, and until it finally got easy enough to where it was possible. But she's definitely the hardest worker in the house, though, that's for sure. All right, what about number 4?
Yep.
Okay, so now this is a little bit more detailed on some of the stuff people have been seeing in our videos. So one thing that is unique to us is our pole barn house that we built. And there's been a lot of questions. So we did a house tour, but some people asked some things that I didn't catch. If you didn't see our house tour, we'll link it below so you can see that video to catch some of the other stuff. So one of the questions that was asked is if you are able to have a crawl space or if you have to have a concrete slab to put the kid on. We have a 3-foot crawl space. You can definitely do that. Like I mentioned, these things are 100% customizable. You can do them however you want to. So just whenever you're putting in your order or when you're actually getting the blueprint set up with the salesman, make sure to clarify however big of a crawl space that you want underneath of it, and they'll put it in for the measurements. Secondly, was asked how much and how little can the place you buy the kit from do? That's exactly what they can do. They can do as little or as much as you want them to do. They can just deliver the kit, say bye, and it's all on you. Or they can do the entire house and 100% finish it like you would be building a normal house, and anything in between. So what we did for ours, because we didn't have any major machinery, we told them we want you to put the kit up, just the outside framing and the tin and the roof, but then we'll handle the rest. So from the floor, the porch, everything inside, all the electrical and water and plumbing, we did all that, but they did that. So it was pretty cool. They had an Amish contracting company, so it was a team of 4 of them?
Yeah, that was like my dream come true.
Yeah,
I have the Amish builder house.
Yeah, it's really neat. It was a team of 4 of them. Not a single one looked like they maybe was over 24 years old.
Yeah.
But they did amazing work. They were super cool. I loved having them out here. I loved just getting to know them and talk to them and stuff too. But that's what they did. They just did the frame of the house and put the tin on it. And you can do it however you want to, and how little or however much. The last thing was, who did we go through? We went through DIYpolebarns.com. I'll put them below, maybe. I don't recommend them. So I don't recommend them unless you're just getting the kit. If you're just getting the kit for your house, they're cheap, the material's good, go for it. But if you are needing for them to get you a contractor, they have a hard time holding their contractors on. Now this was 5 years ago, so maybe things have changed. I'm just telling you all my experience with them. They have a hard time keeping contractors contracted with them, if that makes sense. So they basically had to find this Amish crew on a whim just to get our house done, because they kept promising dates. Contractors were flaking on them, they couldn't get a hold of them, and it was just a terrible experience, and they didn't handle it well. So that's why I don't recommend them on that aspect. A buddy of mine actually works for Blitz Builders, who's here locally, but I'm pretty sure they cover every state touching Kentucky. So if you're in any of those areas, look up Blitz Builders. I will put them below in our description if you're interested in it. But I think that's the main topics on the pole barn. If you have more, put them below, but also watch the house tour video, because I've gotten a lot more details on pricing and different stuff like that.
So we've had a few people ask how we get our chickens up at night.
Well, they actually said every YouTube channel shows letting them out.
Yeah.
Nobody shows putting them up.
Yeah, and it was kind of a unique question that we get, so we just wanted to talk about it. And it's hard to film at night. We want to, but it's dark and we don't have an external flash source. I don't even know what
an external flash.
I don't know. Whatever.
We have a telephone pole with a light, or not telephone, an electrical pole with a light on it, but it doesn't cover our whole backyard, and we don't have lights out there.
Yeah. So
an external video source. That was great. Our light source. Sorry, go ahead.
Our chickens, our ladies are very good. They're awesome. When we got them, we've raised them from babies, and we put them in their coop for 30 days without letting them out, so that they knew that was home. And if they are good hens, which ours are, we've never had any issues with them getting into the trees or trying to fly out of the fenced-in area, and they go up on their own.
Yeah. And they all should, if you follow the 30-day rule. And it doesn't have to fully be 30 days. You can probably get by with 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But they gotta know that's home.
Yep, so we go in every night, which is at 10 o'clock, because we feed our baby goats their last bottle at 10 o'clock, and we put the ducks up, which they do not go in on their own. They're very stubborn. But our ladies are already in their coop, and they're sitting on the roost ready for us to shut the door. So we just shut it, lock them in, and they're good to go until morning. But if we try to go out before dark and try to put them up, it will not happen. We will be chasing them chickens around that fenced-in area for hours. They don't like it. They don't go up in their coop until they are ready to go in their coop, which is at dark.
That's right. So never try. Never try to get your chickens up.
It's just not worth it. Just wait until dark, and they'll go up on their own, and then you just shut them in.
Yep. So 30-day rule. Wait till they're in.
Yep.
Don't force it.
Another topic that we've been asked and that has been brought up and suggested is topics like getting meat rabbits or meat birds, pigs, animals that you basically harvest, and that is not our thing.
Yeah, we had pigs, planned to harvest. It was a not good experience. We ended up not being able to harvest them for multiple reasons. But right now we're getting out of that area. We're actually trying to have something that's going to provide something to us long term, the lifespan of the animal. There's nothing wrong with meat animals. It's just not. We're not in that right now. We're trying to get down with the things that can produce long-term products to us.
Yeah, and I think it's mostly me. In my heart right now, I cannot harvest animals that we have raised. I do not see anything wrong with it. I honestly admire the people that do have the strength to do it, and I do think we'll be there one day. But right now, we raise them and feed them and, you know, bring them up, and then they give us harvest in different ways without having to butcher them. And, you know, like I said, one day we might be there. We might have meat birds and stuff like that, but as for my goats, I know I could never have meat goats.
Yeah, and we do hunt. I hunt deer every fall, so that's kind of our harvesting animals. And we're actually probably later this year going to teach you all how to do snares. My stepdad's very good at that, and it's something that everyone needs to know. So Wyatt and I are going to try to get good at it and learn it from him. So we'll do a video of that, so just so you can learn how to do some trapping.
Yeah, and another thing is people say, well, you know, what if it was, you know, your family was starving and you had to kill animals and this and that. And obviously if we were in that situation, I could do that. I could do it in a heartbeat to feed my family. But when I don't have to necessarily, it's just not really something that we're into.
Yeah, because the best thing about it is when it comes to birds and rabbits, we know how to. We just don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched all the videos. I know how to do it.
Yeah.
Just choose not to. Another question that we get asked is, do we homeschool? So since I'm home with the kids and I'm a stay-at-home mom and work on the homestead, we do homeschool. It was a recent decision. Wyatt is only 5, so we're basically just starting, and Raylan is only 3. So right now she's learning her letters. We do a very easy curriculum right now because it technically is summer vacation. Once the fall comes and he starts 1st grade, then we're gonna narrow it down, which I've had a lot of awesome suggestions from you all on that. Thank you so much. I am checking them all out. And I have a blog that we talk about homeschooling and our schedule and that kind of thing and what we do.
Link it below.
Yeah, so we'll link that below if you're interested in that. And then later on, when we get more proficient in it, we might do a homeschooling video. So
yeah, that'd be really cool. And the kids love it. You know, every day it blows my mind when I hear Wyatt pretty much, she quizzes him like pretty much every time they get done on everything that he learned, and it just blows my mind. And old Ray, who knew how smart she's already getting at 3? She's just already turned into a little genius.
Yeah. So yeah, we do homeschool.
All right, back to me. So I think this might be the most popular question I see in regards to our homestead, and it's what fencing do we use? So for our goats and chickens. So for our goats and chickens, we use the 48 inches tall, which is 4 foot tall, poultry Premier 1 electrical fencing. So I got 2 100-foot strands, so to equal out to 200 foot. I got 1 solar panel powered battery that gives us the power for the electrical, and then the posts all come with it. So we got a kit for the starter kit, they call it. It comes with the solar power battery, it comes with 1 100-foot fencing, and you get some extra support poles. So I got that, and then I just bought another 100-foot fencing by itself, and the gate. The gate comes separate. If you watch Justin Rose and some of the others, they just jump over it. I don't do that. I just open the gate. So that's what we use. I did a whole video on that as well. It was also one of our earlier ones. We'll make sure that's below too. But that's the details for it. I'm pretty sure I even listed in there like the link to the fencing that we have. I love it. So the only thing that you have to do is make sure that you keep the tall grass off the bottom, because that will start grounding that bottom out. You're not going to lose your power on the top, but your bottom, where your predators are trying to get in, it'll start shortening out because you basically just grounded it with that tall grass. So you have to keep it down, and that's a little difficult, trying to make sure you don't hit the wire and cutting it. Also make sure you take the power off when you do that, just throwing that out there. I've been shocked one too many times by it, so I'd like to let everyone know these things. So it's great fencing. Man, I really hope that we can get some more. It's not the cheapest fencing in the world, but it's well worth it. The chickens stay in. We do clip their wings, but the chickens stay in. If you have goats, any kind of larger animal, you're gonna have to train on electrical fence.
As babies.
Yeah, unless you start them as babies. If you have full-size goats, or if you have pigs or something like that, what they're gonna do is they're gonna touch it. It's gonna hit them, but they're gonna run through it instead of bouncing back. So if you have full grown, you're gonna want to put something up permanent and then put your fencing on the inside, so when they hit it, they'll also hit the real or the permanent fence and train themselves back. But if you have babies or kids or small animals, they're gonna hit it and run back. All of our goats are trained. They get close, but they know now not to touch it. Hopefully we can get some more, because I would love to just keep extending with that. We'll see, maybe one day.
Yeah, we do love it though, it's our favorite. So this question is mostly asked by people that aren't you all, that aren't on YouTube. It's mainly by our friends and family, because you all get it. You know why we YouTube. It's fun, it's a community, and you know, there's lots of benefits from it, all kinds of benefits. We haven't found one downfall, honestly. The negativity doesn't get to us. The little bit that we do get, it doesn't bother us at all. So
there's so much positivity.
Yeah, there's so much positivity that outweighs it. So for the other people that don't get it, we YouTube basically because it makes our lives richer, I think, and not in money
dollars.
Yeah, not in dollar ways. It's just a good feeling all the time. It's a positive thing. The community is amazing. It's awesome to be able to connect with people that get it, that do the same things, or that people that are wanting to do the same things and need encouragement or inspiration. And my mom actually told us, she's been telling us for a while, Grammy Karen, she said, you know, she watched all these channels and she said, y'all need to do that. You're, you know, you're doing the same things. You're building your homestead from scratch, and you're doing the animals and raising all kinds of stuff. You need to get on YouTube, one, so that you can find people that are like you, two, so that you can, you know, see other things and get encouragement and inspiration, and three, because it's basically a diary for our family.
Yep.
So all these videos that we post are going to be here hopefully forever, and you know, we do save them so our kids and our family can always look back and basically see our lives every day in a video and have those fond memories and be able to watch that.
That was honestly my favorite part. When she was pregnant with Wyatt, actually Grammy Karen, something just attacked my arm. Grammy Karen got us a little video camera just so we can start documenting. She calls it documenting life, which is what it is. But we were recording a lot and we were enjoying it, and we wanted home videos. Well, we moved, I don't know if you caught it, we've moved like 7 or 8 times, once out of state, once back in the state. It's been crazy. We still have it, but I don't know where the memory card is, you know, all that different stuff that loses that info. We didn't have a place to really store it, and I don't know, this right here, even if, you know, all of you all left, which I know you all won't, because we love you all and y'all seem to like our stuff, so I know y'all aren't going anywhere, but our kids one day will be able to look back at this and be like, wow, this was awesome. Look at all of these videos.
Look at my childhood.
Yes, our childhood is all right here, and I don't know, maybe it'll inspire them as they once they get older. And you know, the lastly, of course, the stuff that it seems like people don't like to talk about, YouTube does make you money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right now it's small. It's nothing that's worth going to quit a job about or anything like that, but it is something. It makes the stuff that you're doing at the homestead a little easier. It helps buy some feed, it helps buy some fencing. All the stuff that we're showing you all in the videos, it's from, you know, the YouTube money that we get off just the ads and the different things, and the amazing stuff you all send us too. I mean, y'all are so grateful to even look at our Amazon wish list, and it's just amazing, you know. So those things, we put all the money that does come from any ads back into the homestead so we can produce more videos for you all. So that's, you know, it is always a benefit. Everybody enjoys a little extra side income. Yeah.
The number one question that we get asked and encouraged and just all the time curiosity is, are we having any more kids? Are we pregnant? Is there a baby coming tomorrow? I mean, it's all kinds.
Every time we have a status or a title that says big announcement, y'all, when's the kid due?
Yeah. And
boy or girl?
Thank you all for, you know, being curious about that, and for even thinking we should have another kid. It's flattering. But we are not having any more children. That is the decision at the moment. Maybe later on things will change, but I promise we will let you know, and we won't do it in a live show. It'll be more special than that.
And you know, I don't know, basically in our mindset right now, you know, we have 2 beautiful children. God bless all you all that have just handfuls of kids. That's amazing. Y'all do amazing work being parents and running on a homestead, or just in general. But we've caught ourselves like going through phases of life, right? You know, everybody goes through it, but it just hits at different times. So we had our second child, and then it was like, okay, it's time to build our structure and our foundation of our house, because we kind of try to do it all at the same time. So I think that's a part of it as well, is right now we know we're not ready for more children because we have things that we need to do right now. It's more me than her, to be completely honest. I'm in my head right now, I'm done. Like 2 was it for me. But like she said, you never know what time's gonna change. I just know right now I love what we got going on, and I love the work we're able to do on building the actual homestead and getting stuff. And I know if she was pregnant or if we had a newborn child, it definitely could be done. But where I'm not able to be here every day, it's just, that is an extra stress. It's a beautiful stress, but it's an extra one that we just don't need at the moment. So I really hope you all have enjoyed this Q&A. You all asked some amazing questions, things that I'm like, I never even thought about that. I'm so glad they asked. So that's why we wanted to put this video together, just to try to hopefully get some of that out there. We try to make sure we get to every single comment that's in the videos, but you all are awesome. Y'all are commenting like wildfire. We love it. So we're always reading them. We're just not always able to comment on all of them, because some of them need a little bit more of a detailed description rather than a short answer. So keep powering on those comments, keep asking the questions. If we didn't cover one that you all had asked, put it back in this comment list below, and we'll do a part 2 if we get enough questions out of it.
Yep, definitely do that.
Yeah, we love it. We love just talking to you all and giving you all more information, and getting to know one another even more. So I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll catch you on the next one.
See you next time.
Bye.